All right, guys, what is going on? Happy Sunday. Um, I am excited for this week. I'm excited for a lot of things that we have going on. I thought I'd just go right to the point and kind of talk to you guys about what had happened previously. I know we are launching a little bit later than expected. It happens. That's what happens with launches. You guys all came into this thing with an understanding that this is a company. It's a company that has not been active yet. So like things like this are going to happen, and this is my thought process on it. I'd rather be patient and make sure all the kinks are out, all the things, the technical errors are done and dealt with, so that when we launch, they're taken care of and we know what we can improve upon versus just like, hey guys, fuck it, let's just go full force in and just see what happens. Because that won't last. That won't have a solid foundation. People will be upset. There'll be massive confusion once one problem goes on. If you guys have an issue, guess what? The leaders are going to have to deal with it. And it's not just going to be one person, it's going to be thousands of people. So I understand that, hey, things could have been wrong. I know people have teams that are just, where's the links? What are we doing? But just understand that this is huge. I remember hearing something, what was it? And someone in the Copy Profit Success Global page said something that a company took 2 years where they were in pre-launch for 2 years. And in the first full year they were active, they did $100 million. Now, I'm not saying that we're going to do those numbers in the first year, but I'm saying the preparation is key. All right. So we have the right people. We have the kinks being sorted out. We've been talking to corporate. Things are looking good. And as of right now, and we'll go over the topic more, Friday is the day. All right. And I'm not saying 1,000% because I'm not the one that's in the back end doing that stuff. So make sure you guys are really pounding in this week. Make sure you guys are getting plugged into the telegrams. If you guys are not still in these telegrams, get in the telegrams. Get into my chart analysis. Tune in to Patrick's live streams that he does every day. He's been doing them for free. Take advantage of this stuff, guys. So we're all here to help each other better ourselves. We're all here to help this thing really become like a big cultured movement because, I don't know about you guys, but I'm tired of jumping from company to company. I'm tired of watching all these things come up and then it all just go to shit because it wasn't built upon the right foundation. So I'm excited. I want you guys to keep the vision strong, and I want everybody here to just be like plugged in for this week. This is going to be one of the most important weeks of our lives right now. I can't say that for sure, but it's going to be like very important week on top of everything that we're doing. And I want everybody here to just be just motivated and keep that vision strong. Right? Keep the vision strong. See the end result. Don't complain about something that you can't control. Right? I just like to make it simple like that. If it's out of your control, don't expect anything crazy to happen. Right? So don't worry about things you can't control. Do the things that you can do every single day. The daily disciplines. You can study. You can study charts. You can study Forex. You can get plugged in. You can build your teams. You can get them on calls. This is how we're going to do it and build a tight-knit community so that when we launch this thing, it's going to be very fun. Not just all business, tuxedos, ties, all that shit. We're going to be having some fun when we're all relaxed. We're all going to have a good time. And everyone here is going to be making some money. So I'm excited for all that. Now, with that being said, I wanted to kick this. Kind of just talking about all this stuff, but I wanted to pass it off to Patrick real quick because I don't want to keep everybody on here for an hour. I kind of wanted to get right to that, just talk about what had happened previously and motivate you guys a little bit, and then kind of get into the technical aspects of what to expect coming up this week and what you should be looking for once everything's going to be, coming on board. And Patrick, can you unmute yourself or do you need me to unmute you? I'll unmute.
I got it.
Cool. So, guys, I'm going to let it go to Patrick real quick. He's going to explain a little the stuff that's going on with the company and what to expect so that you're not all like, what's going on? Like, we're all going to be like actually controlled with this. So, Patrick, perfect. My friend, go for it.
Awesome. You can hear me, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. Yeah, just a couple minutes. I don't want to take too much time. I look at this call right here as sort of a core group leadership call. Just the people that show up to the Zoom meetings are the ones that I like to, put my focus on and attention on. So any of you guys that need any help at all, just make sure in a couple minutes to get a notepad out. I'm just going to give you all my personal cell phone number and make sure that if you need anything, just shoot me a text. But as far as just corporate side goes, obviously, I've been in contact with Joel and the team for really heavily since last Friday. You know, we were working in and out, trying to figure out, you know, when we were going to be launching, and basically what we had done. As you guys know, the migration, kind of just to backtrack, the migration process took quite a while. And the reason of that, if you don't understand what that means, basically, and I don't understand it all, obviously I'm not a programmer, but the website backend for Forex, the pre-launch site, and the website backend for the actual site, I can't tell you the domain, obviously, but the website for both of them are a different back office that's running on a different program. So they literally had to manually transfer not only your names, but your password. And then they had to figure out, holy shit, pardon my language, you know, we have guys like Jesse, and we have guys, I mean, with like thousands of people in their teams, and we have to make sure that the teams are all corresponding. And needless to say, I don't, you know, I don't want to be that guy that had to do that. I really don't. That would have sucked. So anyway, they finished that. As they finished that, if you're just curious what the holdup was, as they finished that, then they went into the actual testing. They were basically doing beta testing of, you know, what if Mandy, you know, makes a sale, commission tracking, etc. And basically the commission tracking was it had, like Joel had mentioned to you guys, there were some glitches. That's kind of the lane that the glitches were happening on. And I think that the last glitch I want is the commission glitch, because I want to get paid. So anyway, they were shooting for you know, Friday, and then when he saw that glitch, he basically said, you know, by tomorrow, you know, when they work, they start early tomorrow morning, they should have that all ironed out tomorrow and Tuesday. And they just wanted to give themselves just the full week to make sure that they can sit back and say, all right, we're ready to hit the go button, because obviously there'll be a lot of hits on the website and you know, come Friday. So with that being said, I just kind of want to reiterate some points from Joel. Once again, I am basically a messenger. I know only a little bit more than you guys do, frankly. I do have contact with him, but I'm on the trading side. I'm not on the programming side. I can answer any trading questions you guys have. But anyway, launch day is set for Friday the 13th. You can smile or frown about that. I kind of like that from a marketing standpoint. But I'm super excited about that. So Friday the 13th, launch date. And then obviously, as the commission plan calls for, you know, you have that monthly subscription type thing. So that would put our first payday mid-August, August 15th. And, you know, Joel's goal with that is to, as those checks come in, right around that time, I don't have a date for this. I'm just giving you guys as much inside information as I have. There will be the first corporate event, and the location that keeps being mentioned is Atlanta, Georgia, over and over and over again. So I would, you know, highly suggest, I can't guarantee, but looks like mid-August to late August will be our first event. At that first event, we will be doing, you know, some of the incentives and diplomas and things of that nature, as I'm sure some of you guys will get through the boot camp. Onward and forward, the 13th, and obviously this call is for trading and marketing wise. So if I bounce between the two, sorry about that. But you know, it is a $1 trial. Keep in mind, I want to clear up everything. This company, once we really get going in a couple months, everybody's account has an initiation fee. Basically, because you're in pre-launch and you went through the, you know, for lack of a better term, the BS of sitting in a Facebook group for pre-launch, there's no initiation fee. So it's just essentially your initiation fee is now $1 instead of $200. And so in a couple of months, that will be the cost for your clients, for your students to initiate an account. And there was a little bit of confusion about the commission. In that time, when we actually launch for the $200 up front, that's when you guys will get that fast start bonus per person, which is $25. Right now, there is only the $1 trial, so that bonus will not be there, obviously. But then again, there's a positive to that. It's much easier to get clients in for $1 than it is at $200, and you won't have to deal with the price objection on that side of things. For the $1 trial, I'm kind of reading off some points here. Everything in the $1 trial, you know, when you do that $1 trial, it's not like a really skimmed down version of the product. It really is everything you're going to get, excluding only one thing, and that's days 8 through 18 of my boot camp. So you will be receiving day 1 through 7 of the boot camp with the $1 trial. You'll be receiving all of the signals, the daily market snapshot, all of the live rooms, which by the way, if you guys liked so far with the live rooms, when we actually launch, I hope everybody understands, it's clear, I'm not the only person that does live rooms. So there'll be multiple traders doing live rooms. All the other traders will be in full-fledged with the signal. So you get all access to all that, as well as you're going to be then getting access to the marketing systems. Your website will be built out for you as far as your back end. If you guys have not seen the video Mac put together, he's got a really cool funnel system, not only funnel system, but awesome follow-up system, and to help you guys kind of have a good follow-up process. But other than that, keep in mind, this is more of a leadership call right now. This is a team meeting. This is not an opportunity meeting. I imagine everybody in here knows pretty much everything. You're going to have a very short period of time at that $1 trial to upgrade into your pro account. And I want to make sure that that's clear, because if you guys do the $1 trial, you might think, okay, let's get going. But if you forget about that upgrade, what happens is you might lose you will lose your spot inside of this team, which this is, and yes, the answer is yes, Jacob, and I'll talk about that in a minute. But this team is, one that Joel talks about and doesn't talk about lightly. He talks about this team specifically a lot, because there's a lot of people that are focused and aimed on branding themselves, making themselves leaders. And this team has, and I can't confirm, but I think this team has a little over 7,000 people in it. Just our core group. Yeah, just got a thumbs up. Just our core group of people have over 7,000 in this team. So with that being said, if I was anybody, don't forget to upgrade. I'm not saying you have to do it in 2 seconds, but definitely don't forget to upgrade, because with the matrix and how the matrix pays out, there's a massive incentive for people in your team, regardless of kind of how it happened, regardless if it was you or not. So there's a big incentive there. So there's that grace period that he talked about, that Joel had talked about, and so try to get that done in that 72-hour period to make sure that you upgrade. As far as upgrading immediately, the answer is yes. So you can go in, click, put in your information for the $1, and immediately sign back in your back office and immediately upgrade again. Just to be clear on that point, and then I'll get to any questions that you guys have. The difference between the packages, we don't really want to confuse people. I don't want you having to confuse anybody. There's basically 2 different price points. If you want to do only trading and you want to get access to all the trading material, $145. If you want to do trading and get access to your back office, get access to all of that material, $160. It's only a $15 gap to get access to making money via commission. With that being said, a couple little notes that I think are important that maybe are not talked about too much. If you're interested in only being, and I know this is a team call, and a lot of you guys are interested in building teams, and I understand that. I just want to make this clear. If you're interested in being only a customer, it is $145. Being a customer, you can actually still share the products and services. And if you're a customer and you go out and share the products and services and get 2 referrals, your subscription will be waived. And so if you're a customer only, that is. And then if you're an IBO and a customer, so that $160, it's 3 and you're free, just like the compensation plan. And that isn't, I'll be dead honest, I don't think it's clear enough cut out in the PDF of that. But once again, if you're just a customer, it's 2. If you're a customer and an IBO, it's 3. So that's an awesome incentive, because a lot of people don't necessarily want to go out and build massive teams, but they may use a product and just happen to talk to a couple people through a couple months, and who wouldn't want their monthly fee waived? So that's a great last thing to mention. So with that being said, once again, Friday the 13th, we are launching. That is, and like I said, I'm just the messenger here, so everything I say is just coming out of Joel's mouth. Friday the 13th is launch date, and really the holdup was not even on. You're basically killing the messenger if you're even saying Joel is holding us up. It's not even on Joel's holdup. It is the programmers telling Joel they don't think that they want to launch yet, because they want to make sure that this is just fully ready, 90-degree angle everywhere, and we just cross all our T's and dot all our I's before we go in. So once again, that's kind of recap there. I'm going to be doing some reading of your questions, and then I'll pass it off. So if you have any questions for me, just let me know. Can we upgrade straight away? The answer is yes. Will different traders be doing different time zones? The answer is yes. Actually, one of the fun things that I don't know if we've mentioned too much yet is that one of the traders we brought on, Anthony's his name, he has actually built a boot camp as well. There'll be 2 boot camps, and it's all done in Spanish. And so that's a really good deal for our international side of things. And he will be doing his job, and his job only is actually Spanish. So he'll be doing Spanish live rooms, which is tough to find in this industry specifically. So that will be really good for international building. Aside from that, there are Tino, who is in Africa, and his time zone is, I can't remember off the top of my head, I think he's 8 or 9 hours ahead of me. So his time, will be different. And then Shavar is in Pennsylvania, so his time zone is different. So everybody will have different times. I think Shavar is shooting for early morning. Tino's more towards the London time, and then of course I'm midday. So we will have a lot of different times for people depending on their work schedules to come in, as well as everything will be recorded and put up there as well, and things like that. So looks like there's no more questions. Honestly, this is just a team call, so it's not like an opportunity. I didn't prep it too much, so I have no idea if anybody else is mentioning anything, if Jesse or Daniel is. There is one more question, so give me 1 second. Will there be a way for people to learn a strategy based on the answer is yes. So at launch, at launch, what we're doing is the 18-day boot camp. We're getting everybody through that boot camp to get their I guess basically everybody on the same level, on the same playing field. And then after that, what we're implementing in the same baseline, and what we're implementing is, as you guys may have seen on that, is called a CPSG University, where we're going to have, we don't want to overwhelm people. We've kind of looked at this, from multiple angles. If you have too much information, it runs into issues. If you have not enough, it's issues. So we're going to have a couple different things for folks. The reason that the boot camp is going to be the main thing is that what I teach is, what I do is trade longer term, for those of you guys that want to get into trading for just a second, but that does not mean you have to. And that's one of the things that's fun, is that I teach you guys how to utilize that on a 5-15 minute time frame as well. And so it's not like you're glued to do anything like that. I don't know who's speaking in Atlanta. Like I mentioned, that's just a location. I have no idea who's speaking, and things like that. As far as methods of payment, right now they are accepting payment through your major credit cards and Bitcoin. That is currently what is set up on the website. If you guys checked out Joel's video, he scrolls to the bottom of the site and it shows you there just, Visa, MasterCard, Amex, and Bitcoin. And that's one of the things too, guys, that was one of the main things with this volume of a business is merchants, and from a business standpoint, that is a difficult thing. And so one of the things that they were implementing was an even faster. They were coding in an even faster rotation of, I think they said 7 accounts now that they have, to make sure that they they don't get in any binds with one merchant account getting hit too many times. Then you can run into some different issues there, in which we have seen with other companies that are currently running, as well as in the past. So we're just trying to really be proactive as we can. So once again, that's kind of the lowdown of what the delay was. I'm excited about the delay just because it's given me a little bit more time to work with the team from this aspect. And it's exciting because it gives you more time to get your thoughts in order, and really start to get ready and start to knot it down. And what I'm doing right now really is I'm noting where the teams are growing at. And I'm focused on really setting up an awesome September, October, November kind of tour almost, and make sure that we can set up events each weekend at different locations. And so, I'm going to be, well, I can't say when, but I'll be in Arizona very soon. I keep hinting to these guys. I'm not telling them when I'm coming, but I'll be in Arizona soon, and then we're going to move from there. And I'm just waiting for that. So yes, the answer is yes, I'm coming to Europe. I just actually talked with the entire Nigerian squad today as well. I'll be flying to Nigeria right after launches. Their team is just exploding. And lastly, before I hop off and get it to whoever else wants to talk, the format of the boot camp, just to kind of answer those questions, is it's going to be daunting for me. And as I talk about it, it scares me. But the way that we have it set up is that there is no other multi-level marketing company in the industry right now that's about to do what we do as far as the diploma side of things and graduation side. So let me make this clear. The graduation is not that you completed my course. The graduation is that you finished video 1, you took the test. You finished video 2, you took the test, all the way through 18 days. Day 8 through 18, for 10 straight days, you have to mark up charts on your own and upload screenshots. Day 18 is me challenging you to mark up something, and I'm not going to tell you what, certain, and you have to mark it up, and then you have to send it to us. The corporate staff, which AKA, this is where it gets daunting, me, will hand look at every single one of your charts and decide if what you have shown me is exactly what I want to see. And so as far as the diploma side goes, everybody that then completes that will get a diploma showing that they completed the boot camp, your name, your location, which is awesome. It'll be a digital diploma. Secondly, if you then are registered, we'll have a database. If you're then registered for the next event after you, so say you graduate today, what's the date, July 8th? Let's just hypothetically say it's July 8th, and let's hypothetically say we have an event July 20th. I'm just saying this for hypothetical purposes. If we have an event July 20th, you graduated today, and you then assign yourself and you enroll in the event, and you say you're coming to the event, that's when we will actually print out a physical copy of the diploma, and you'll be able to walk the stage, which is just an extra level of excitement. And that's coming from both the trading and a marketing side, because for those of you guys that are building teams, it would be, essential for you guys to show that you've gone through the boot camp and actually utilize the product, as people are going to be asking you questions about the boot camp, and you want to make sure that you've at least been through it to answer those questions. So with that being said, everybody's just basically saying, yep, you're screwed, and I know that. It's going to be a lot of grading work, and it'll be fun. But anyway, I will pass it off to literally whoever, Jesse, Daniel, Ryan, I'm not sure, and you guys can go from there.
You'll pass off to Jesse before.
And there's the man, the myth, the legend, Jesse Belvin. I wish I looked as
good. No, guys, and I honestly just wanted to talk for like 2 seconds. I mean, honestly, Patrick, I think I speak for everybody when I say thank you for everything that you're doing, not just from the building aspect, but from behind the scenes, the stuff that we don't see, the trading, obviously. You brought serious value to everybody over the last couple months when it was just free. And, I don't think any company does that, where they basically let you get the kick with their traders for free. So we really appreciate that, man. And you're really the backbone of this entire company. So thank you so much for that. Ryan, obviously, I mean, I publicly and privately give this dude props all the time, because Ryan's an absolute animal. He's responsible for the massive growth in this, not just in this team, but this entire company. So I just wanted to just do one quick thing. I talked to Joel like 3 minutes before I got on here just to confirm. I said, dude, I don't want to sound stupid. I get on here and say, yeah, we're good to go. He put it in his own way. I'm not going to repeat, but basically we are for sure going on that, or I'll just say a giant meteoroid hits this earth and we're no longer living. So that's about the only reason we wouldn't launch on the 13th. So that's good to hear, and scary. But I'm excited to go, you guys. But I'll tell you, Ryan touched on it earlier. It's very, very, very important to make sure that when you launch, that the kinks are worked out, because if you launch and 3 days in, everything collapses, it's not a good thing. And, we can say, we can come up with a lot of different reasons why, this was frustrating, or why X, Y, and Z. But, I look at it like this: until the company actually takes my money, I'm totally down with them working out everything, because I don't look at anything shady, anything like that, because nobody's invested anything. I mean, time, yes, going out there and building, but it's not like they get anything from that. So they legitimately want to launch this thing the right way. It has been quite the delay, but at the end of the day, you guys, once this thing really starts rolling, we're all gonna forget the week that we had to wait, the 10 days that we had to wait. And, you're going to hear this probably like 1 year, 2 years down the line. You're going to hear those people that get in and go, man, I wish I would have got in early with those guys. They have it so lucky. Well, they didn't get to feel what we felt over the last 10 days or whatever, so they won't know what they're talking about. But I'm telling you right now, you guys have heard me say this, type this, whatever. The juice is worth the squeeze. It is going to be worth the squeeze. we've set ourselves up for success with this company, with the positioning that we have, with the right traders, with the compensation plan. I know, sometimes we overhype that, but it is really awesome. So what can you guys be doing over the next couple days? It's very simple. I'm not going to hype anything. I'm not going to go crazy with anything. But definitely get your people plugged in. I think Patrick said it. Get your people added to the Telegram chats. Or Ryan, one of you guys said it. Get them added. Get them tagged in the pinned post. That we'll continue to add to. Continue to add links. We obviously have the ATM webpage that's going to have its own unique stuff that not everybody will get in the company. So definitely just get your people plugged in, because I'm telling you right now, once this thing goes, we all want this thing to launch. But I look around and we have 400 people plugged into our team group, and there's 7,000 people on the team. So that tells you that not everybody's plugged in. And so use this time, use this opportunity to take advantage of it. Go out there, get your people plugged in, because what's going to happen is it's going to be madness. Once this thing launches and everyone's running around trying to get paid, trying to make money, trying to build organizations, and trying to learn how to trade at the same time, a lot of things are going to get missed, which is system building, right? System stands for save yourself some time, energy, and money. It is all about getting your people plugged in. I mean, Patrick is literally teaching people how to trade Forex, and we have 60 people to 100 people tops joining those live trading sessions. And I'm not a Forex expert, but I have a feeling that if you don't catch it live, it's not the same information, 4 or 5 hours down the line. You're literally not getting the same charts. It's not live. So you've got to get your people plugged in. They got to know what they're doing. And I have a feeling, we have people international. I literally just launched Abu Dhabi today, Dubai today, Philippines today. We've got leaders plugging in from all over the world, but you got to get them plugged in. And I don't care if they can't get their free position right now. And I get asked that over the last couple of days. Well, how do we build? What are we supposed to do? There's no difference between telling them, hey, listen, get your people ready, write it down on a piece of paper, what your downline should look like, and actually plugging them into a free system, because we have 5 days, 4 days, 6 days to go. Just get your people ready. They can write it down. They can write down their downline. It's all free right now. So what I just wanted to say, guys, most importantly, is get your people plugged in, because I promise you, everyone thinks, oh, it's all good, we got a few days, but once we launch, it is going to be madness. And if you don't plug your people in, here's the important thing. If I don't plug Ryan in, or Ryan doesn't plug Daniel in, or Daniel doesn't plug in Patrick, or whatever, right? People, you might be able to bring some people in that can figure it out, but eventually it's like the telephone game. People are going to miss it, and people aren't going to know that they're supposed to be bringing their people in. And then that's when you have a real issue. We have 400 people in our group. We have 7,000 people on the team. So somewhere we're missing it. Somewhere it's not, we're missing that connection. So get your people plugged in. You should see our group grow huge. At least to 1,000 people over the next 5 or 6 days getting ready for this thing. And then we're going to kick it off, and we're going to go hard. So, so do we send them to our old CPS link? Don't send them to anything right now. Don't send them to anything. We can't sign in. Trust me, that's one of the frustrations, that we could probably have 10,000 people on our team right now over the last couple of days that we've been waiting. So just tell them, hey, listen, I have my buddy Jovan. I just told him this. Hey, listen, I'm going to plug you into the group. Business as usual. Get ready to pay your dollar. And if you have people that are going to want to join this, get them hyped up, get them plugged in, and get them ready to spend their dollar. And that's pretty much it. There's no difference between that and actually having a free back office as of right now. So the reason that we're not able to go do that, the reason we're not able to send out that link, is because, like Patrick or Ryan explained, 65,000 people migrating over. That is a pain in the ass. So they don't want to add to that. They don't want to add to that struggle right now. So they just got it finished. Everything's good to go. So just get your people ready, get them plugged in, and get everybody ready to go. So awesome. So anyways, guys, I'm going to turn it over to my good friend, one of the guys who's heavily responsible for a lot of success that this group's been having, outside of the people that I've mentioned already. Obviously, there's so many people to mention for the success that this group's been having. I guess Joel has been talking about this group, and rightfully so. But this guy, he's not always out there, not always, talking about himself or the things that he's accomplished. But if he did, we'd be here all day, because he's accomplished a lot in this industry in just a short period of time. He's a young entrepreneur. And I've said it last time I was on here, and I'm going to say it again. The coolest thing about this guy, other than his just servant leadership, is the fact that every company he's ever done, he's produced leaders that have out-earned him. I just obsess over that fact because it's so cool. And I'm actually really jealous over that, because if you can bring people in that can outproduce you, your job is really easy at that point. That is what every network marketer should want to do. So I'm going to hand it over to my good friend, hands down going to be one of the top earners in this entire company, Mr. Daniel Westby. Daniel, can you hear me okay?
Yep. Can you guys hear me? Awesome. Thank you so much, Jesse. And also thank you, Patrick, Ryan, everyone here. Realistically, these guys are probably doing more than most people could ever imagine. We get to talk and see kind of behind the scenes in private group chats what's going on, and you'd be surprised how much these people grind. Like, that's why you see the numbers in the team grow so much, is there's a lot of leaders that are behind the scenes getting plugged in that these people know. And it's pretty cool to see that there's a lot of people starting to work together because we have this common goal of actually helping. So the really thing, they really covered everything for you. The one thing that I really always wanted to really stress more than anything is, the fact that because it's delayed, I don't call it delayed, I call it free for longer, which I really think is a good thing, because Patrick's been really, killing it with all the signals, with all the live rooms. I'm not sure with you guys, but again, raise your hands, or I'm not sure if there's even like a hand raising feature on this, but if you can, say even in the chat, if you've been on the live chats or signals yourself and gotten to actually test them, on a live or demo account. Because during this whole time, the whole purpose of us doing this is that you can actually show it and prove to people that, yes, there's education involved, and that's nice. But again, results speak for themselves. To me, Forex is almost like sports. You prove it through your performance and your numbers, and everything is statistical, and you can show how good you are by your numbers and by the education your students get. So we really want people that are brand new to experience it. And if you have been involved with this for the past month or even 5 days, you should get at least 1 day into it so you can experience what it's about. Because one of the things that I'm a big believer in is, if you're not a user of the product or service or a believer in the industry, then what are you doing here? That's why even myself, even though I've been a top earner, I've been one of the people that's focused on being a trader, which is probably one of the very few that actually takes it as seriously and doesn't do it on a marketing perspective, but, tries to look up to people like Patrick and actually become a trader rather than just a marketer, but a hybrid person of it, right? And that's something that I think everyone should aspire to be, is learning the both ends of it and realizing that using this service, if you are a good marketer, will make you a good trader. And you should learn from the good traders that are luckily your mentors and uplines in this company as well. And lastly, the one thing that I really want to cover before I'll just pass it off to Ryan to really close off is, we have our Team ATM site. Now, this site is why and how we're going to know if people are really plugging in their team. Again, we should have 7,000 people in our Facebook page. And again, we have our Facebook page link. We have our Telegram links. We have even the CPSG main link, all of them on our Team ATM page in the membership side. So everyone here should be plugging in their team to that website so that they can at least get some type of education if they need to, because we have some free education there, and there'll be more as we go on. They can get plugged into every single one of our groups, and you don't have to memorize the links yourself. We have them all there saved in buttons. Again, if you guys need the password for it, okay, I'm typing it right now in the chat, PipLife. Copy that, save that somewhere, write it on your notebook, write it somewhere on your phone, but save it. Give that to every single person that goes to this website. Okay? And I'm going to do it again. teamatm.co, not .com, .co. Give everyone that. Let them go to it. Join all of our Facebook pages so that every single person that is in our team can be on our Facebook groups, in our Telegram, on our Telegram channel, so they can be aware whenever there's a signal being given, whenever we have a webinar happening, whenever we have, certain important days like, launch being delayed. If people weren't on our group pages, they probably don't know what's going on, right? And that's something concerning to think about. So you want to make sure all those people are in. So that's really everything that I can give to you guys. And of course, if you ever have something that you feel like could be added, that you feel like would be important for our team, don't be shy to message me. I'm always about listening to other people and their ideas and adding more things to our page for our team. If you have audiobooks, I absolutely would love it to make an audiobook tab for our members page. So, we can have people have personal development there. Since I know the books are expensive, not everybody can afford them, right? I'd like to have things that we could have for free as a team and kind of have like a book sharing idea there. But, shoot me over ideas if you feel like it. But if you haven't gone through it, go through it now. It has just begun. We have a lot of things to go on to that, but that's basically it for it right now, guys. Thank you so much for everyone attending, and I want to pass it back off to Ryan just to finish off the show.
Awesome, guys. Really plug into that stuff because Daniel put a lot of time into this website so that we can actually learn how to trade before we actually get this thing like jumped off. Because the whole purpose of this company is to get people to trade. Straight up. I did not join network marketing for 3 years. This is my first Forex MLM. I have not joined Forex MLMs in over 3 years, even though they have popped up in my life all the time. And I didn't do it because I was completely sold on the belief that trading can be everything. And I still believe that. You guys, with the content that we've been able to give out before the company launches, you should understand the fundamentals and the technicals of trading already because of the things we've given to you. If you have not taken advantage of the things that we have already given to you for free, what is going to be the biggest difference changer for when we actually have to pay? The fact that you paid or the fact that it's finally time for you to make money? The point is to learn to trade. So plug into the systems, plug into these websites, and get your shit together and start trading. And I'm just trying to be real here because I don't want you guys waiting for a company to launch to decide, now I'll figure out how to trade. No, because you don't need to do that. If you treat this like a business, it'll pay you like a business. If you treat it like a hobby, it'll pay you like a hobby. So if you treat Forex like a legit system, like a legit industry, which it is, I promise you can see returns that can change your life if you put the work in. You have to study. You have to plug into Patrick's live. You have to plug into the website, Team ATM website, that goes over everything. All right? Trading changed my life. It literally changed my life for the best. I wouldn't be here if it weren't for trading. I wouldn't be able to build this team if it weren't for the knowledge that I had from trading with Patrick, with Tyrone, with all these people that were introduced into my life. So I suggest you guys really start doing this stuff because I promise you will. Eventually, you're going to realize, and I mean this with the best intentions possible, you're going to realize that network marketing isn't the best way to make money. It's the stepping stone. And when you realize how powerful trading is, you guys are going to see a whole nother life. You're going to see a whole different side of things because now you have complete control. You can travel across anywhere. You can go to freaking Europe, pay for a $3,000 getaway, get to Europe, first day there, hop on a London session, trade, got your money back. You just got a free trip to Europe. That's possible. You can do that, but you can't do it if you don't start studying today. Don't say tomorrow. Don't say next week. If you don't get into the habit of getting shit done today, it will never become a habit. That's all we are. We are a result of all the habits that we have accumulated over time. Everything you do is because it's a habit. What do you do when you wake up in the morning? Brush your teeth, take a shower, get dressed, do your hair. That's a habit. You don't think about it anymore. You just do it. So only way to get into a new habit is to physically force yourself to do something different. Get used to hopping on the lives. Get used to studying trading. Get used to doing London sessions. Otherwise, you're never going to get used to it. And you're always going to complain. You're not going to see the results. I'm not seeing the results in trading. Well, it's probably because you're not putting enough time. Don't look outside of, don't point at someone and blame somebody for you not seeing success. You're the only person that determines success in your life. You. Nobody else. You. So that's it. That's it. If you can't make this shit happen, that's not my fault. It's not Daniel's fault. It's not Jesse. It's not Patrick. We're giving you the shit you need to make this become a reality. If you don't take advantage of it, you're not going to see results. And that's that. So with that being said, I hope you guys are ready for an amazing launch because the content that you have gotten already, in my opinion, is worth tens of thousands of dollars. It's worth something. You can't pay for the knowledge that we've given you. Like it is that it's crazy how valuable the things we've been able to give to you. When this company launches, y'all are about to see a whole nother side of content and value that we have not yet even shown you. So be ready for the updates. Be ready for the change. Be ready for the crazy shit that's going to come into this company because it's about to pop. It's about to pop off. You're about to see so much value, you're not even going to know what to do. You're really going to be sitting here like, oh my God, what do I study first? We're going to get you involved. You're going to understand it. And I guarantee if you put the time in, you will see the results. I promise you. Promise. But you got to put the results in. You got to put the work in. It's game time. This is the week. This is the week. Friday's the day. Get your shit together. I hope y'all are ready for some stuff because this is literally, I'm firing myself up right now. It's about to get crazy. Yes, the markets are open. Start studying. Let's get it. Figure this out. You have my content. I have a chart analysis. Patrick has a live stream. We have Telegram groups. It's there. You have every piece of technology you need in order to make money in this industry. And we're here to help you guys do it. So I'm going to stop talking. I'm fired up. My heart rate is going up through the roof right now. Just got back from the gym a little bit. But shit, let's go. I'm fired up. Everybody here, have a great Sunday. Peace out. Let's get it going. Let's talk and let's catch some hits this week. Deuces.